Have you ever looked at a globally recognized pop culture icon and realized you might have completely misunderstood who or what they actually are? I mean, think about it. Is the most famous cat in the world actually a cat? It's a total paradigm-shifting question, isn't it? Today, we're going to play Mythbuster with one of the most recognizable faces in the entire history of design and commerce. Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're unmasking a true global icon. We're going to peel back the layers of this absolutely ubiquitous brand to reveal its surprisingly complex history, its staggering financial footprint, and honestly, the brilliant design psychology that made the whole shebang possible. Let's unmask the genius of Hello Kitty. Okay, let's dive right into Section 1, the truth about Hello Kitty. So you know this face, we all know this face. But brace yourself for a pretty shocking truth straight from her creators at the Japanese company Sanrio. Are you ready? She is not a cat. I know, no way, right? Despite the whiskers, the pointy ears, and literally having the word kitty in her name, she is actually a little British girl named Kitty White, raised in the London suburbs. When she was first designed by Yuko Shimizu, launching in Japan in 1974 and the US in 1976, she was totally conceived as a human girl, a perpetual third-grade student. And Sanrio didn't just stop at giving her a human identity, they gave her a delightfully specific and kind of bizarre official biography. She was born on November 1st, 1974, and she even has an assigned blood type, type A, which, by the way, is a classic Japanese character design tradition. Her measurements? Completely unique. She is exactly 5 apples tall and weighs exactly 3 apples. She absolutely loves the apple pie made by her mother, Mary Kitty, and her favorite word in the whole world is friendship. These highly specific traits were absolutely crucial in grounding her and making her a relatable, endearing character rather than just some corporate logo. Which brings us to Section 2, the psychology of design. Now, what's really interesting here is that while her biography is incredibly detailed, her physical design is famous for exactly the opposite reason. The real secret to her face lies in what's missing. Yuko Yamaguchi, who was the official designer of Hello Kitty for over 20 years, explained it perfectly in a 2014 Time magazine interview. She said, "Kitty looks happy when people are happy. She looks sad when they are sad. For this psychological reason, we thought she shouldn't be tied to any emotion, and that's why she doesn't have a mouth." This brings up a fascinating psychological concept known as emotional projection. By removing the mouth, the designers literally created a blank canvas. And honestly, it was a stroke of absolute genius. Instead of telling you how the character feels, that minimalist design allows you to reflect and project your own current state of mind right onto her. So if you're having a bad day, she's there to comfort you. If you're joyful, she shares your joy. It completely elevated the character from a simple drawing to a literal mirror for human emotion. Moving right along to Section 3, expanding across the screens. So you might be wondering, how does a character without a mouth work in entertainment, where characters usually need to talk? Well, there's actually a really fun exception to her design rule. On stuff like toys, bags, and print, she remains that absolute blank canvas with no mouth. But in animated series, she needs to speak. So in shows like Hello Kitty's Paradise, she actually occasionally features a mouth and speaks with a soft girl's voice. This lets her interact verbally with her parents, Mary and George, and her twin sister, Mimi. Fun fact, Mimi looks just like Kitty, but wears a different colored outfit and puts her bow on the right ear instead of the left. Her journey across our screens is just as massive as her merchandise. She actually made her television debut way back in 1986, parodying famous fairy tales in the US-Japanese co-production Hello Kitty's Fairy Tale Theater. By 1992, she was starring in her very own Nintendo Entertainment System video game. And she's still going strong today, starring in the 2020 series Hello Kitty and Friends Super Cute Adventures. Looking even further ahead, she's getting her very first Hollywood hybrid live-action and animation movie from Warner Bros. In 2028. Talk about a media journey. Let's move to Section 4 and see how this builds into a massive merchandising empire. 250 million euros. Just let that sink in for a second. That is the staggering amount generated annually just from the sale of Hello Kitty licenses alone. It totally proves the sheer financial gravity of the brand. When her merch launched back in 1974, it sold out immediately, and by 1978, she had increased Sanrio's overall sales 7-fold. To generate that kind of insane revenue, the scale has to be pretty unimaginable. Just to put that into perspective, as of 2008, there were over 50,000 different Hello Kitty products available in more than 60 countries around the world. She became an absolutely ubiquitous household presence. We're talking everything from school supplies and toasters to televisions and computer equipment.
But what makes this brand so unique is how successfully it's expanded from a preteen demographic into a high-end, mass consumer lifestyle brand for adults. We aren't just talking about cute plush toys anymore. We're talking about custom Fender Stratocaster electric guitars. We are talking about Bank of America checking accounts and MasterCard debit cards. There was even a partnership with Simmons Jewelry Company that created handcrafted diamond and 18-karat gold pieces selling for up to $5,000 at Neiman Marcus. And yeah, there is an actual fully branded passenger jet operated by Eva Air. The sky is literally the limit.
Which brings us to our final section, Section 5, a global cultural ambassador. You know, when your face is on literal diamonds and airplanes, you've officially transcended mere commerce. Hello Kitty eventually became a legitimate global diplomat and cultural icon. Back in the late 1990s, Western celebrities like Mariah Carey, Paris Hilton, and Steven Tyler adopted her, sparking a massive fashion trend. By 2004, her global influence was so profound that UNICEF actually honored her with the exclusive title of UNICEF's Special Friend of Children. And then, 4 years later, she took on a true diplomatic role when she was named the official Japanese tourism ambassador to China and Hong Kong. And just to completely cement her status as an absolute immortal titan of pop culture, 2008 also saw her step onto the runway. Vogue Japan featured Hello Kitty in a fashion editorial modeling exclusive autumn-winter designs by none other than Christian Dior. I mean, going from a simple coin purse in 1974 to wearing Dior in Vogue, that is an unprecedented design journey. So what does this all mean? How did a character defined by what she lacks, a mouth, an actual feline identity, manage to reflect the entire world's emotions and become an immortal brand? Well, it's a real testament to the fact that sometimes the most powerful design choice you can make is leaving space for the audience to fill in the blanks themselves. The sheer genius of her blank canvas invites all of us in. I really hope this explainer invites you to look at the everyday pop culture around you with a newly critical, curious eye. Thank you so much for exploring this fascinating journey with me, and definitely keep questioning the design of the world around you.